Good afternoon. Welcome to the celebration series. I am Erin and I'm super happy to have you here. Give me a wave if you're joining me live. Let me make sure my volume's up. It's funny, I went to do this on the laptop and it wanted me to do all these things. I wasn't prepared for the things and it wouldn't let me just go live from my laptop. So I switched to my phone. So here I am, happy to be here. So, the celebration series. I am planning on doing the series every July, and it's very important to me for a couple reasons. And there's a reason why I picked July. So, number one, July is the month that Jerry had his liver transplant. And so every July 19th, we celebrate Regina's birthday, and Regina is Jerry's liver. That's what we named her. And we'll be sharing more of that complete story later this month. But as part of his celebration for life, we also celebrate his donor's life. And we celebrate the donor family because we recognize that without them, I wouldn't have my Jerry. So July is a very important month for celebrating life for our family. And as part of the transplant experience, I also like to take time in July, this is part 2, I also like to take time in July to talk about organ donation and the importance of it, and again, how important it is to our family to be able, the cat, to be able to give that final gift of life, sharing that final gift of our human experience and letting others live when we are no longer occupying our bodies. So that's part 2. And I like to dedicate time to answering questions about organ donation because it's not something we think about usually. I mean, I thought about it when I was 16 years old and I got my driver's license and they said, "You want to be an organ donor?" And I said, "Yes." And I put the pink dot on my driver's license, and then you don't really think about it. And you don't really think about it until somebody says to you or to your loved one, "Hey, by the way, you're really sick, and if you don't get a replacement organ, you're going to die." And so I like to be able to talk about it. I like to be able to share our experience. And there's also a lot of myths out there. And so I like to be able to talk about those too, because some things that were true in the past are not necessarily true today. So I like to take an opportunity to talk about that. So that's the second part of the July celebration series. The third part. So as caregivers, we don't take a lot of time to celebrate. We are tired. We have all of the other duties as assigned that we've taken on. We have our jobs, we have our own self-care, we have our own health. And so celebrating things, not at the top of the list. And even before I was a caregiver, I have to admit I wasn't a big celebrator. I would set a goal, I would meet the goal, and then I would just move to the next goal. I didn't really stop in between to say, "Look at what I did. I met a goal." And so maybe it's a big goal, maybe it's a promotion. And I just say, like, there was a party when I graduated college. So yeah, really big things, got a party. But those terms that I got straight A's, it's like, yeah, okay, I got an A, but I expected myself to get an A, so I didn't have a celebration for that. Maybe you got a promotion at work. Maybe you set an income goal. You're self-employed and you set an income goal or a client goal. Do you stop and do you celebrate when you reach those goals? Maybe you are caregiving and maybe you're super tired and maybe you set a goal to wash your hair and blow dry it. And you did it. Yeah, so maybe you don't maybe you don't have a grand party, but maybe it's worth taking a pause to celebrate that small accomplishment. So small accomplishments deserve celebration too. So for the celebration series, I really wanted to set that intention. Really set that intention of celebrating ourselves, the big wins and the small wins. celebrate our accomplishments. So the series itself is broken up into four live events, each on Friday at 12 o'clock. Today's our first one. So today is our introduction, which we've mostly gotten through. Wanted you to get to meet me and get to know me and get to know a little bit more about what I'm talking about and where I'm coming from. Next week, we're going to talk about actual ways to celebrate that don't involve cake and champagne. I know, it seems wrong because we get birthday cake, there's cake at graduations, there's cakes at anniversaries, there's cake everywhere. But I have personally spent a lot of time and done a lot of work separating food from my emotions. I know it might sound crazy, but for instance, if I have a really bad day, I don't automatically go have a drink. I might still have a drink, but it's a very conscious effort. Like, it's a conscious decision. I'm actually making the choice. It's not just a trigger response. And so I wanted to create different ways that we can celebrate that just aren't the standard cake and champagne. The cat. She wants treats. No treats right now. So next week is going to be different ways to celebrate without cake and champagne. And I'm very excited to talk to you guys about that and find out how you guys celebrate as well. July 19th, write this one down, mark it on your calendar. July 19th, that's a Wednesday at 6:30. That is Regina's birthday. And so Jerry and I together are doing a live episode of Ask Jerry. Now, I love the Ask Jerry episodes because you guys get Jerry. And not only do you get Jerry, but you get Jerry and Aaron, so you get like our pair dynamic, and it can be a lot of fun. And so we'll be talking about Jerry's cancer journey, his transplant experience, my caregiving experience. So we'll be sharing those stories, and we will be answering all of your questions. Whatever question you have, nothing, I'm going to say it, nothing is off the table. You can ask away and we will answer away. So that is Wednesday, the 19th at 6:30. That Friday, I'll be back here live at 12 o'clock, and I'll be kind of picking up the residual questions left over from Wednesday. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll be at an event and I'm very into it, and then like I'll wake up in the middle of the night or the next morning and be like, I wonder about this. And so Friday I'll be there to answer all of those questions. I'm also going to spend some time going over organ donation myths. Things people might believe that may not be true, that maybe once were, but maybe they're not now. And answering questions about organ donation. So that's that Friday. Our final Friday is going to be an overall recap of the celebration series experience, and I'm going to have some free items for you guys and some specials, so you're definitely going to want to check in to that episode because it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, here's the thing. If you're not on my email list, I'm going to encourage you to join. So if you're not, drop in the comments the word celebrate and we'll get you added to the list. The thing about the email list is that that's where all my VIPs live. So that's where all of the information goes first. All the specials go there first, all the dates go there first, all the information goes there first, my stories go there, for everything goes to the email list first. It eventually trickles down to the social media and the other places. Speaking of social media, sorry, tangent. Anybody start Thread? Anybody jump on there yet? So I did yesterday morning. I was like, oh, new thing. I'm just going to check it out. I don't really know what it is or what it means or what I'm going to do with it. It's currently just another little distraction, but I did it. So I'm on there. If you want to follow me, it's probably just nonsense for me. But anyway, Thread. Okay, back from the tangent. So join the email list so that you get all of the information first. I think that's our whole recap for today. So celebration series, we are celebrating life. First and foremost, we are celebrating life. Second, we are talking about organ donation and celebrating that final gift of life that you can give to someone else when you're done with your human body. Number 3, we are talking about different ways to celebrate without cake and champagne. Number 4, we are talking about the myths surrounding organ donation. We're going to debunk some of those. So that's what we got going on this month. I look forward to spending every Friday with you. Sign up for the email, drop the word celebrate, and we'll get you on the list. You guys have a fantastic weekend.